Do your kids ever drive you up the wall? Tantrums, meltdowns, refusing to listen, and then a little voice in your head whispers, "Am I doing this all wrong? Will they grow up to be decent people?" These kinds of uncertain questions can make you feel like you're failing at the most important job in the world. We all want the best for our kids, but sometimes it feels impossible. What if I told you that some parenting mistakes are actually the key to raising incredible kids? That a way of thinking from thousands of years ago holds the secrets to turning chaos into calm and whiny kids into strong, resilient problem solvers. That's what Stoicism is. A practical set of tools from some of history's greatest minds, not some dusty philosophy stuck in the pages of history. Imagine your child handling frustration without anger, accepting what they can't control, and focusing on what they can. Picture them making good choices because of their inner strength. If you're ready to stop yelling and whining and raise a child who truly makes you proud, stick with me. I'm going to share 12 Stoic ways to make you a better parent and your kids absolutely amazing. While you're here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the good stuff. Ready to teach your kids and grow with them? Let's dive in. 1. Be an example of virtue. Think of yourself as a walking, talking example of what a good life looks like. Your kids don't just listen to your words, they watch how you live. They notice how you handle frustration, how you treat others, and whether you practice what you preach. This is what Stoics mean by modeling virtue. It's about weaving wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline into everything you do. Let's say a tough situation arises. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you pause, take a breath, and respond calmly. This isn't about pretending negative emotions don't exist. It's about showing your kids that we have a choice. We can let our emotions control us, or we can control our response to them. That's true courage, or maybe you're faced with a tough decision. You don't just pick the easy option. You carefully weigh the facts, consider its impact on others, and choose what aligns with being a good person, even if it's hard. That's how you teach them true justice. Maybe someone needs help, and even if it's inconvenient, you step up without hesitation. Not for praise, but because it's the right thing to do. That's the quiet strength and true kindness that shapes a child's heart. Remember, your kids are constantly learning from your actions. Imagine the impact of growing up in a home where wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline aren't just abstract ideas, but a living philosophy displayed every day. Your example becomes a guiding light they carry throughout their lives. 2. Emphasize what they can control. Imagine giving your child a beautiful kite. They're thrilled to fly it, their eyes sparkling with excitement. You help them launch it, and for a joyful moment, it soars. But then a gust of wind comes, and the kite crashes to the ground. Their little face falls in disappointment. This is where focusing on what they can control becomes a powerful lesson. You can't control the wind or guarantee the kite will always fly perfectly, but you can help them shift their focus. Did they launch the kite carefully? Did they run as fast as they could? Did they adjust as the wind changed? This isn't about ignoring the outcome. It's okay to feel a little sad when things don't go as hoped, but by highlighting their effort, their choices, and their attitude in the moment, you teach them an incredibly valuable Stoic lesson. You can't command the world to obey, but you can channel your energy into what you have power over. Imagine a child who focuses on the kite's crash and gives up in despair. Now picture another who says, "Okay, the wind changed. Let's try a different spot or adjust the string." That's the spirit of control you want to foster. We can't control whether it rains or shines, but we can control how we prepare, how we react, and how hard we try. That's the Stoic way, and by teaching this, you give your child a lifelong gift. They may not always win, but they'll never truly be defeated. 3. Accept and reframe negative emotions. Think of your child's emotions as a wild storm brewing inside them. Fear flashes like lightning, anger roars like thunder, and sadness falls like heavy raindrops. Our instinct is often to calm the storm, to tell them to stop crying, not to be scared, or to calm down. But trying to suppress those emotions is like yelling at clouds to stop raining. Stoics didn't see emotions as enemies. They understood that emotions are a natural, even useful part of being human. It's normal to feel angry, scared, or sad sometimes. The key is how we respond to them. That's the art of emotional mastery. Instead of saying, "Don't be mad, try this. I can see you're really upset right now. What's making you feel this way?" By acknowledging their emotions, you validate their experience and show them it's okay to feel these things. This opens a space for understanding. Maybe they're mad because their sibling got a bigger slice of cake. They might not even be mad about the cake. They likely feel things aren't fair, or that they're being overlooked. Instead of suppressing the anger, you can talk about this deeper feeling. Then guide them on how to express that anger constructively. Instead of hitting or yelling, maybe they can take a deep breath, say, "I feel angry," and calmly explain their frustration. Or maybe they need a moment to cool off before talking. By teaching kids to accept and reframe their emotions, you give them an incredible gift. Instead of being overwhelmed or controlled by their feelings, they learn to understand their inner weather. They face storms head-on, developing emotional strength that will serve them for life. Teach through example, not just words. Picture yourself as a living embodiment of the Stoic ideals you want to instill in your child. Your actions teach far more deeply than any words you say. After all, kids are master observers. Their curious eyes catch everything you do. If you want to raise a calm child, telling them to be calm isn't enough. They need to see you model that emotional regulation. When something spills, do you take a deep breath and handle it calmly? Or do you react with a burst of frustration? That shows them self-discipline in action. Want to teach the power of perseverance? Don't just tell them to keep trying, show it. Struggling with a task at home, say out loud, "This is tough, but if I take a break and try a different approach, I know I can figure it out." Let them witness your determination. Want them to be kind and compassionate? Model empathy in how you talk about others. Let them see you helping a neighbor, donating to a cause, or standing up for someone wronged. The beauty is, you don't have to be perfect. Even Stoics knew we all mess up sometimes. What matters is the overall pattern. If they see you consistently trying, making amends after mistakes, and living in alignment with your values, that lesson sticks. Every time you show kindness or strive to be your best self, that's the most powerful teaching. By embodying the principles you believe in, you give your child not just a philosophy to follow, but a legacy that will truly shape who they become. 5. Value effort over outcome. In a world obsessed with outcomes, medals, rankings, perfect test scores, social media likes, teaching your child to value effort over results is a revolutionary act. It instills a Stoic strength that no external validation can match. Imagine your child spends hours studying for a test. They ask questions, make flashcards, and sacrifice playtime to review. Test day comes, and despite all their effort, they don't get the grade they hoped for. It's okay to acknowledge their disappointment, but this is a pivotal moment. Instead of focusing on the grade, praise their hard work. "I saw how dedicated you were to preparing. You tackled tough concepts and didn't give up. I'm so proud of you." This shows them their worth isn't tied to arbitrary numbers or someone else's approval. You teach them that true victory lies in the struggle itself, in the persistence they showed, the knowledge they gained, and the discipline they built. Kids who focus only on outcomes may give up when things don't go their way, or stick to activities where success is guaranteed. But a child who values effort knows growth itself is the reward. Setbacks aren't failures, they're valuable feedback, clues for how to adjust next time. They don't fear challenges, they embrace them as chances to grow. Imagine the adult they'll become, someone who acts with an inner fire to do their best, undeterred by obstacles, always learning and adapting. That's the true power of a Stoic mindset, and it starts with prioritizing effort over outcome every day. 6. Cultivate gratitude. Imagine your child whining about a toy they don't have. This is where fostering gratitude becomes a transformative practice. As Stoics understood, gratitude isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about shifting focus to the abundance already present. Start with simple gratitude exercises. Maybe at dinner, take turns sharing one good thing from the day, no matter how small. This trains their mind and yours to seek out the good. They begin to notice the warmth of sunlight on their skin, a friend's kindness, or the simple joy of a favorite book. Slowly, this mindset seeps into everything they do. Even mundane tasks can become gratitude meditations. When they help set the table, invite them to imagine all the people who made the meal possible: farmers, delivery drivers, grocery workers. Suddenly, eating becomes an act of gratitude for the vast web of people they're connected to. Consider a child who always focuses on what they lack. They'll likely feel dissatisfied, even with plenty to be thankful for. But a child with a grateful heart finds miracles in everyday life. They learn true contentment comes not from having more, but from appreciating what they have. As they grow, this gratitude makes them resilient. When times get tough, they'll still see glimmers of light through the clouds. They'll notice kind gestures, small blessings, and the hidden miracles around them. Gratitude, like any skill, takes practice, but over time it becomes a way of seeing the world. This sense of wonder and appreciation is one of the greatest gifts you can give your child, ever. Encourage service to others. Stoics focused on personal strength, but deeply understood our connection to the greater whole. Encouraging service to others is where this philosophy moves from head to heart. Imagine your child's eyes lighting up as they help someone, their small hands learning the power of giving. Picture them offering a kind smile to an elderly neighbor while carrying groceries, or quietly lifting a rug while you sweep. These small acts of kindness have a big impact. Through service, abstract concepts like community and responsibility become tangible experiences. Kids learn their actions matter, that they can make a real difference in someone's life. This sense of agency and purpose is incredibly empowering. Service also breaks down walls of self-absorption. Kids naturally start with an "it's all about me" mindset. By focusing on others' needs, they gain perspective, and a beautiful shift happens. Where self-centeredness once lived, empathy grows. They begin to see the struggles and joys of people from different backgrounds. They realize everyone deserves kindness and compassion, no matter the circumstances. These experiences plant seeds of social justice and a deep desire to contribute to a kinder world. Imagine the adult your child will become. Someone who sees those in need and steps up, not out of obligation but from humanity. Someone who knows true fulfillment comes not from taking but from giving. This generous, compassionate, engaged heart is both a gift and a contribution to the world, and it starts with encouraging your child to serve others, a core Stoic principle. 8. Prioritize wisdom over material possessions. In a world screaming newer, better, more, teaching your child that wisdom matters more than possessions is a quiet act of defiance. It's about fostering the kind of inner wealth Stoics valued most, something no one can take away. Imagine your child surrounded by piles of toys yet still feeling vaguely unsatisfied. A new toy sparks momentary excitement, but soon it's cast aside. That's the trap of materialism, chasing objects that never truly satisfy the heart. Instead of focusing on stuff, shift the emphasis to experiences. A family walk instead of a video game, baking cookies together instead of buying the latest gadget, story time at the library instead of scrolling social media. These shared moments create memories, not clutter. Foster a love of learning, visiting a museum, stargazing, or discovering how things work. Encourage curiosity with books that transport them to new worlds and expand their minds. This pursuit of knowledge ignites passion and fills their lives with lasting purpose. Most importantly, help them value their greatest treasure, relationships. Teach them kindness, respect, and true friendship. Foster empathy and compassion. Because in the end, the love and connections they build will bring far deeper joy than any material object. Imagine the adult they'll become. Someone unmoved by trends or status symbols because they know lasting satisfaction comes from within. Grounded in their inner wisdom, they'll find joy in experiences, be nourished by a love of learning, and be surrounded by deep connections. That's a strength that outlasts any shiny new toy. 9. Frame challenges as opportunities. Think of life as a grand adventure story your child is writing. Now imagine an adventure with no challenges. Pretty boring, right? It's the unexpected obstacles that make it exciting and give the hero a chance to shine. Stoics understood that challenges aren't punishments, they're potential. Every mistake, every failed attempt is a powerful opportunity in disguise, a chance to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The next time their block tower falls or they lose a game they really wanted to win, resist the urge to fix it or soften the blow. Instead, be their wise guide in this life adventure. Ask with genuine curiosity, "Okay, that didn't work out. What do you think went wrong?" Help them analyze the situation. Did their tower need a wider base? Did frustration make them rush their moves? There's even a lesson in the frustration itself. Then ask the even more powerful question: how might you approach this differently next time? Brainstorm strategies, encourage them to try again, and celebrate the learning process. Focus not on the initial stumble, but on the incredible progress they make with each attempt. Imagine a child who sees every mistake as a catastrophe or sighs, "I'm no good at this," and gives up. Compare that to a child who sees challenges as exciting puzzles, learning from each failed attempt. This mindset shift changes everything. They develop a sense of courage, knowing they can always improve. Setbacks don't break them. They strategize and try again with excitement. That's the essence of Stoic resilience, and framing challenges as opportunities sets them up for success in every area of life. 10. Foster self-reflection. Imagine giving your child a magical mirror, one that doesn't reflect their appearance but shows them their heart and mind. This is the power of self-reflection, a practice Stoics valued for building wisdom and inner peace. Kids are often so focused on what's happening outside, on the playground, what friends say, what game they want to play, that they rarely pause to listen to their inner voice. They act and react without always understanding why. You can help them develop this inner mirror by asking gentle, open-ended questions. After a tough day at the playground, instead of asking, "Why were you so mad?" try, "What were you feeling right before you started yelling?" This shifts the focus from judgment to simply noticing their emotions. Or if they did something kind, ask, "What made you decide to share your toy?" That was really thoughtful. This helps them recognize the good within themselves and understand the feelings that lead to positive actions. Creating a safe space for this exploration is key. Let them know there are no right or wrong answers when it comes to feelings. You want them to feel comfortable sharing their doubts, fears, and joys without fear of correction or scolding. Self-reflection isn't about critiquing every thought or action. It's about giving them tools to understand themselves better. A child who asks, "Why was I so upset?" starts to identify triggers and find better ways to manage them. A child who reflects on moments of kindness is more likely to repeat those actions. Imagine the adult they'll become, making wiser choices guided by their inner compass, building stronger relationships, and navigating life's complexities with a deep understanding of themselves. That kind of inner knowledge is a Stoic superpower, bringing both calm and clarity in an often chaotic world. 11. Highlight the importance of relationships. While Stoics focused on inner strength and not relying on external validation, they fully understood the importance of human connection. Nurturing strong relationships is like planting a beautiful garden in your child's heart, a source of joy, support, and growth that will enrich their entire life. You are their first and most important model for relationships. The love and kindness you show them and others teaches them so much about how to engage with the world. When they see you treating friends and family with respect, they learn the foundation of positive relationships. Help them go beyond superficiality in their own friendships. Encourage them to seek friends who bring out their best qualities and make them feel good about themselves. Teach them to be a good friend in return, loyal, reliable, and genuinely happy for others' successes. Help them learn to communicate their needs calmly, listen respectfully to others' perspectives, and work toward solutions that feel fair to everyone. Empathy is the cornerstone of strong relationships, the ability to step into someone else's shoes and see the world through their eyes. Read books or watch movies about characters from different backgrounds and spark conversations about how others might feel. When a friend is upset, encourage them to listen and offer support and understanding. Imagine the adult your child will become, surrounded by genuine friends, navigating differences with grace, and deeply connected to those they love. They won't just have relationships, they'll know how to build and nurture them. This skill will bring immeasurable joy throughout their lives. As Stoics understood, true happiness isn't found alone. It flourishes in the fertile soil of healthy relationships, creating a sense of belonging and support that makes life infinitely richer. 12. Teach problem solving. Life is full of big and small challenges. Think of them as little puzzles scattered along your child's path. One of the most empowering gifts you can give as a parent is not to solve these puzzles for them, but to teach them how to solve them themselves. This is the heart of true resilience and Stoic problem solving. When something goes wrong, instead of jumping in to fix it, sit beside them and be a guide. First, help them clearly define the problem. Okay, you're upset because your block tower keeps falling. What's the exact issue here? Once the problem is clear, it's time to brainstorm. Let's think of every way we could fix this. No idea is too silly. Maybe they need wider blocks, a different surface to build on, or to rethink their tower's design. Creativity and thinking outside the box become a superpower here. For each possible solution, ask, what might be good about this? What challenges might it bring? Maybe building on the carpet makes it sturdier, but also puts it in the way of foot traffic. When they choose a solution, help them make a plan. What steps do they need to take? How can you support them without doing it for them? If the first solution doesn't work perfectly, say, what a great try. What did we learn that can help us tweak our plan next time? Imagine a child who grows up with this approach. When something is hard, they don't melt down. They see challenges as exciting opportunities to strategize and try new solutions. Instead of feeling helpless, they feel capable and resourceful. That's a lifelong resource worth more than any puzzle they solve. Raising kids is a messy, beautiful, and sometimes downright exhausting job. But picture this. Years from now, you see your child grown into an incredible adult. They make tough choices with courage, overcome setbacks with a calm determination you didn't even know they had. Feel that pride, that realization that because of you, they have an inner strength, wisdom, and compassion that will truly make the world a better place. That's the power of raising them the Stoic way. It's not about them alone. It's a gift to the future we all share. Stoicism and parenting aren't about being perfect. They're about being intentional. It's about teaching and nurturing virtues that will guide them through life. Remember, this is a journey, and every small change you make creates a ripple effect. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. As a parent, your actions shape who your child becomes. Be the model of the strength you want them to have. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with other parents, and subscribe for more on how Stoicism can help you live a better life. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, stay stoic and stay joyful.